Ooh. I gotta come to light so I can see me. Let's see if I can put y'all right here. Hold on. I don't know, I'm not prepared. Oh, you know what? I'll put you up right here. Talk to y'all for a second. I'm late, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta start cooking. I've just been out and about. I'll face y'all this way. See me this way. Can I see me that way? Okay, yes, I think I can see me that way. Because guys, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta pick up my kitchen and all that. Like, I just got home. Finished all my drink, my meal replacement. Yeah, all this stuff up. I got my kids these sopas with some more because I went the other day to the store and I had found these and I got them some. Really? And my kids loved them, so I got them some more. Let's pull this stuff up. God damn it. I love them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on, let me turn on the lights. There's some light in here. I'm rushing, I don't know why. I'm late. Can you see me? Or am I crazy? Hold on, between this way. Because I hate that I can't read. Hey, Shay. Hey, Shay. I'm late today. But I'm here, though. Hold this stick up. Oh, I'm making that cookie. Throw that in the trash. Girl, I'm running today, let me tell you. I didn't think I was gonna come live right now. I was like, oh my God, I just got home, I just finished doing stuff, getting stuff done, and I'm like, do I really wanna go live? And I have a game to go to tonight. My son has a football game, so we're going to this football game. Well, me and my kids are at least. Now my husband, he has to work. He's not gonna get out till like 6 o'clock, so it's just gonna be us. Maybe me and the babies. Girl, I'm telling you, I didn't clean up pretty nothing today. My kitchen's a hot. Well, no, not really. I mean, I only got one pan and like 3 cups in there. It ain't bad, but I mean, that should have been cleaned up since before I left to work. But I didn't do that. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I was a goner early in the goddamn morning. Hi, my little bugs. Did I say hi, Shay? Hi, Shay. Hi, Layla. Hi, Dimples. I'm not gonna lie, I got a headache, so I'm thinking that my glasses are gonna help me with my headache. Because the light is why I had that light off. I'm gonna cut this light. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cut this light over here. Oh, baby. I gotta start cooking. I do not want to cook. I do not. I just ran in the house real quick. I'm not gonna lie, and I just changed up real quick. I'm like, let me get on live because if I don't get on live right now, I'm not getting on live. So I was like, I'll go live later on. But I'm like, I can't go live later on because Angel has a game today, my son. So we gotta go do that. And that's not like around 5. Now we're into like 7, 8 o'clock. Shoot, by that time I'm already like drained out. I don't know about y'all, but I go to bed extra early. Like extra early. Jackie, how are you, Jackie? I'm doing good. Hello, hello, Barbie. How are you? What y'all up to today? What did y'all do today? Dimples? Anything spectacular going on? You know what? It's a regular weekday for me. Regular stuff, going to the stores, driving the kids everywhere. Them their little friends, going to work, regular stuff. On the weekdays, it's really honest. The weekdays, regular. Like regular schmegler. I'm at work cooking for my clients right now. Oh, okay, cool. I like your live stream. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. I'm great. That's good. That's good, you're great. Hey, I wanted to vacuum too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have no time for that. I gotta cook. And I gotta stay alive at the bank. Okay, okay. Man, I was doing all that this morning. Let me tell you, I was like running back and forth early in the morning with these kids. I don't know about y'all, but if I don't have kids my age, y'all probably not gonna understand me. But these kids, they drive me goddamn crazy early in the morning. They're fighting. If it's not one thing, it's another. I'm like, oh my God. And then yesterday, my youngest son, he had got lunch attention. And I didn't know because the principal didn't call me. Usually the principal will call me if something goes on with him. I told y'all, I've always had like a little problem with him. Always, okay? And I didn't know, so hold on. Let me put the fire down. So I got a call from the school. It was like an automatic call, and they were saying, your child has after school detention today. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, I wonder who. Oh crap, my bad. I'm like, well, I wonder who, you know? And I want to sound like this. I want to see the fire in front of me. I was like, you know, I wonder who it was. Well, I already kind of knew it wasn't my daughter because she's a good girl. I don't have no problems with her at all. I already kind of knew it was him, but I was waiting for him to tell me, and he never said nothing. So I get to school at 5 o'clock yesterday, and he never came out. And I'm like, where's my son at? Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen for me, please. Welcome, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Hi, new subscriber here. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate that. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Looking so pretty. Thank you. Really? I'm not already dressed up. I threw a little sweater on because I'm not gonna lie, it's freezing in my apartment. Like, my husband wants that freaking AC on full blast. My cat's over just looking at me like, you just got home and you got here with all your screaming, all your rants, and so anyways, I didn't know he had the tent. I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick, right? While I'm getting the oil and stuff. I gotta multitask, guys. I'm late today. So where the hell is the oil at? So anyways, I got to the school, he never came out, and I'm like, where is he at? So anyways, he ended up going to his after school program, which I think he was gonna go to. Now that program doesn't end till 6. So I'm like, I called my husband after school, I'm like, he never came out, whatever. I'm like, I'm not gonna go in, I'm not even dressed to go in. I was like, he has to be in there with the, the after school program. He's like, all right, we'll just go to the store and then just go back for him at 6. He'll be done by 6. So that's what I did. And I got to the school a little bit before 6 and he came out. So anyways, I was like, who had lunch detention today? Or who had after school detention today? Because Maiyah's saying not her, you're saying not you. It's one of y'all. And I was like, I don't have to call the principal because it's freaking embarrassing. Because like I already said, my son, he gives me problems all the time. And he's the only one of all my kids. But I already told y'all, why. I mean, it's not no excuse, but he just cannot focus. Honestly, he's just not a kid that's really, really, really like into school like that. He for real, it's not for nothing. And I was like that when I was young too, where I wasn't crazy about school like that, So I'm trying to understand him, because it's like a lot for him, He gets easily distracted and he's just like, oh, stuff drives him crazy. So that's why we put him in sports and football and stuff, to try to see, if that'll help him out a little bit. But it's like it's making him more frustrated. Like, I'm like, so anyways, he ended up admitting that it was him. And he said because he was late to his gym class and they gave him another teacher for that. I'm like, for your first time being late to your gym class, because school's only been, yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. School has been running already for 6 weeks now, which is, I'm surprised. It flew by really fast. I didn't even know it was been that long. But my youngest daughter, we were talking about that yesterday. Because they're going to get their first report cards already. So So anyways, I was telling my son, I was like, it's too early on in the school year to be getting in trouble. Like, we're not going to be doing this. Because last year, my husband took his phone, right? Because he was acting up. But he was doing good with his grades and everything, but like, he'll get in trouble. And his excuse was that the other little kids are messing with him, so he's offending himself, right? So, you know, that's a whole another freaking story right there. But, you know, my husband's like, you know, Jackie, because we stayed at the school last year, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We stayed at the school last year. This is to all you parents that have kids my age, in middle school, okay? If y'all have any kids in middle school, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm multitasking, all right? I'm coming right back to the camera. We had a lot of meetings at the school last year for my son alone, okay? Because it was a lot of stuff like there was kids hitting him. These kids are mean these days, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And that's something I can say about my son. He's not a bully. If anything, he gets bullied because he's honestly not a fighter. I ain't gonna lie to you. And my husband gets so mad because he's not a fighter, you know? And, I mean, you know, my husband, he gets mad at me because he's like, Jackie, you made him like that. You're always telling them, just go snitch, go tell the principal. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I don't want my kids to be getting in trouble. Like, you know, I don't want my kids being in the office all the time like that. I'm like, because these kids are just mean nowadays. You know, I'm like, they're not like regular kids. They're mean as hell. And, I was like, they're going to have to, like, kind of start, like, defending themselves. So we started, like, letting them defend themselves, and I felt like my son was, like, taking advantage of that, you know? And, that's what I think, you know, but my daughter was telling me that one of her friends, so my daughter's in 8th grade, and my son's in 7th grade, and my daughter was saying that one of her friends was telling her that she saw 2 8th graders bullying him in the hallway, and they were pushing him around. And they do that because I've literally sat in front of the school with my kids. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not in front of the camera. I've literally sat in front of the school with my kids, and I'm waiting for them to go in the building. I've literally sat right there and I saw other kids like bullying other little kids, and I'm like, I would be wrong though if I got this truck and like start and say something. You know, I'm a parent, I can't do that. But I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I'm sorry, I need to stop cussing for real because YouTube is not paying that no more. Like, not for nothing. That cussing stuff, that they don't want to hear it. And I don't want them to knock me off the live. So, the other day, I was standing right there. Not standing, but I was in my truck. And we were in the carpool, you know. And Maiyah always gets out of the... If y'all watch my videos, you already know what I go through with Maiyah every morning before I drop her off at school, before I go to work. So... we're sitting right there, and I'm literally watching these boys bullying this other big old boy. And you can tell he's not a fighter. He has glasses on. You know, he's a little white boy. Like, you know, and I'm literally watching from my truck, and I'm like, am I wrong for just sitting here watching this? And I'm mad watching it, right? I'm like, these little mean-ass kids. Like, I was so aggravated. And then so I'm like, am I wrong for just sitting in the truck watching this shit? Or should I get the hell out? Or am I going to be wrong if I get the hell out the truck and start just spazzing out? Because this shit's pissing me off, because I can't. I'm watching this shit. Like, it's like, what the hell? Like, that could be my kid, you know? And I'm saying because that's happened to my kid. And if y'all didn't hear that, I talked about that some months back. Well, it was probably like last year, honestly. Like, last school year. My son had came home and he was talking about his back and stuff was hurting him. And, you know, he said that he fell, whatever, that at school we believed him, whatever. Well, a couple of days later, he ended up telling us that one of the 8th graders threw him against the bleachers, but he just didn't want to say nothing because that 8th grader said if he says something that he's really going to beat his ass. And I'm like, what? When I tell you, guys, if you ain't no mother, you ain't going to understand me. But if you're a mother, you'll understand me. Okay? When anybody messes with your children, you're ready. You forget. You forget. You forget what's really going on, and you forget what's the consequences if you do some crazy shit. And there's been times where I'm like, I would have got this fucking truck and tell little motherfucker something, you know? And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm cussing. Sorry, that's the way I talk. I'm sorry. I have a vulgar mouth, I know. But I'm just venting to y'all guys, all right? So just hear me out, friends. Okay, y'all my friends. Y'all my friends. And if you got kids, and you understand me, it's hard to sit here and like hear your kids coming home saying that these kids are hitting them and stuff. And my son, for a while, wasn't telling us nothing because he was scared. He was really scared for my husband to go up there because he knows my husband does not play. My husband wouldn't go to no kid, though. He wouldn't. But my husband's like, what the? He be telling my son, get a fucking book and slap his ass. And I'm like, no. Or he'll tell my son, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm like, no, because he could go to jail or something. Like, no, I don't want to make a big deal like that. But it's so true though, guys. Not for nothing. These kids nowadays, these kids, the teens and stuff, they're something else. And they're very disrespectful. They don't give a shit who you are, you know. So I'm bringing this up because this morning again when I dropped off my son, I drop him off at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. Okay, 6 o'clock in the morning he has to be at school for football practice. Well, the other day I was sitting out there at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm watching another football player bully another football player. This other little white boy threw him on the floor, everything, broke his glasses and everything. And I'm sitting in the truck and I didn't get out and say nothing. And I think, and honestly, I think I just don't do it. I'm like, how? Like, if I get out this truck, I'm gonna cuss the kid out, and I don't want to do that. But man, you don't understand me till you see some stuff like that. All right, it's horrible. And I think about my son, like how he looked when they were pushing him around, you know. Well, anyways, my son said that his back was hurting because that boy had pushed him. That 8th grader was bullying him, and he never told us nothing. I went through that with Maiyah. I told y'all that whole story with Maiyah. Like, and now I'm kind of going through with Angel. I didn't go through with Angel on elementary at all. Now that he's in middle school is when it started, you know. Maiyah, the bullying started when she first started school. You know, but Angel, like I said, not for nothing, he's not a fighter. He doesn't like fighting, and he'll sit right there and he'll let you push his ass around, and he won't do nothing. You know. And my husband gets so aggravated because he's like, Jackie, it's your fault because you're always telling them, you know, just go tell somebody, you know, I don't want you to get in trouble. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I don't want my kids to get in trouble. Like, you know, but these kids are mean as hell. And I'm like, but I can't sit here, though, and just let my kids just get pushed around like that. Like, that's crazy. I'm just saying I don't teach my kids being mean like that. And I feel like now I have to tell my kids, they slap you slap their ass back. And my husband will probably look at me like I'm crazy if he'll hear me say that right now, because he'd be like, that's what the hell I'm talking about. They need to start whooping ass, you know? Not me. I'm not that parent where I'm like, slap them back. I'm like, no, Angel, just stay away from those kids. Stay away from those group of kids. I'm telling you, Angel, you're going to get in trouble. You know, I try to explain to him, but my husband's like, no, Jackie, they're throwing him around and stuff. He has to hit back. And what sucks, though, is that my son, he's so... He's such like not for nothing. He's a little wuss. He's my baby. I never taught him how to fight. He's a mama's boy, like not for nothing. He's a mama's boy. And my husband always tells me that too. Like, you baby him, you know. He's a mama's boy, you know. And you don't want nobody to touch him. I'm like, no, because I know my son he's a sweet boy. Trust me. I stop at the store almost every morning to get my kids snacks before I drop them off at school. Almost every morning. And my kids are worried about buying other kids snacks and stuff, okay? And that bothers me. I'm like, I don't want my kids over buying other kids snacks just so they won't get bullied or just to, like, that bothers me. And I'm saying because I went through that with Maiyah when she was in elementary. I think it was like 3rd and 4th grade. And I think, not 5th grade, because 5th grade, that's when she started kind of getting mean. She was like, no, I don't care. You're not going to bully me. You call me ugly, I'm going to call you ugly back, you know? That's how Maiyah is. And so, you know, she's really mean now, I'm not gonna lie. So, anyways, this morning it happened again. Let me get back on track. This morning it happened again where my son got in the car and he was like, you could tell something's wrong with him. I know my kids, guys. I know my kids. When my kids start feeling sick before they even get sick, I know they're getting sick. That's how good I am. Not for nothing, like for real. I'm like, I know my kids. They're about to get sick, and it happens. So I know when something's wrong with my kids. So he gets in the passenger side because Maya's in the back seat because we had just dropped off Anjuli at school, and he has a whole like a different attitude. Like he looked like he was like hurt, like his body was hurting, but he didn't, you know, like he was just being really really weird. I know him, so I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, nothing. And he looked me dead in my eyes. He's like, nothing. I'm like, I know something's wrong with you, Angel. What happened? I said, Daddy, I know you don't want to tell Mama every little thing because because let me tell you, I'm that parent where I stay at that goddamn school. I stay at that school. And let me tell you, I done had my brothers chew me out, my sister, my brother-in-law. I done had all them chew me out and tell me, Jackie, your kids need to start defending themselves because they're by themselves. They don't have no cousins with them in that school. My kids don't have no cousins in their school with them because if they did, it would be a whole different story. You know, but my kids are out here in this school by themselves. They got cousins that go to school here, but they go to the high school, not the elementary school or the, you know. But at one point they all were together. But now it's just mines, and they're by themselves in middle school. If they had cousins, it'd be a little different, you know. I don't know what I'm saying, because I hate that my kids are like by themselves. They don't have no cousins like that, you know. Like they go to school with them. But you know, like my husband said, they didn't know how to defend themselves, you know. So this morning I told my son, I'm like, something's wrong with you. What happened? Did somebody hit you? And he's like, no, nobody hit me. But you see that boy right there? Big ass boy. When I tell you these boys are like, they're big. They're big 8th graders. They look like they should be goddamn 12th graders, okay? He's like, see that boy right there? And the boy's walking towards the truck. And he sees me see him because I look dead at him. As I'm saying, I'm not trying to be an ass with nobody's kid. But you start feeling like that when you're like, these little y'all messing with my baby. Like, nah, y'all ain't be bullying him. So anyways, he's like, he got in my face right now in the locker room because he thought I threw a helmet, you know, the football helmet, whatever. He thought that I threw the football helmet at him, but I didn't. It was some other boy. And so he got in my face and told me, no, every throw no helmet on my face, la la la. And my son was like, I didn't do it. And my son was like, I told him who did it. And then he got in that little boy's face. And him and that other little boy that he got in his face, they're small. And this kid is like probably taller than me. So you better believe that shit's gonna irk the shit out of me. I'm just like, you're big as hell messing with these little ass kids. You know, like that's what bothers me. Because I'm like, don't. So anyways, he tells me that. And we're still sitting in the car, right? We're waiting for 8:10 so the bell can ring so Maiyah can go in. And another little boy comes out, and Angel looks back at Maiyah. He's like, Maiyah, you have class with that boy right there, right? He's an 8th grader too. My son's in 7th grade. And Maiyah was like, yeah, why? Maiyah, I'm not gonna lie, Maiyah's already up to here of kids messing with her brother, because she said that some of her 8th grader friends go back and tell her that her little brother gets bullied. And so, you know, that's how we know what's going on, you know what I'm talking about? And that's why, like, he's starting to get into all this trouble again. His school year's already started because he's like, Mom, they keep on messing with me, and I'm not, like, I'm going to tell something back. And all that's what I'm saying about my son is when he says something back or he does something back, he's the I don't want to say dumb one, but, you know, that's basically how someone will put it. Like, he's a dumb one that fucking gets caught. The other one don't get caught, he does, so he gets in trouble. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, it sucks that it's like that. It's always like that when it comes to him, okay? Because he don't know how to hide and, like, do it behind the, like my husband says, like, don't call him a bitch. You know, when you're in the classroom, when you walk out the classroom, he calls you a bitch, and you call him a bitch back. Don't do it in front of the teacher, then you're gonna get in trouble. You know, and I don't condone that, all right? My husband don't condone it either, but my husband's like, Jackie, like, these kids talk crazy. And I told you before, I chaperoned for my kids for school. I barely stopped chaperoning last year. And that was Maiyah's, I went with Maiyah to the University of Houston, to a couple of places I chaperoned for Maiyah last year. And I was surprised. I'm like, Maiyah's not gonna let me do it no more because she's big now, whatever, but she still let me do it. So I took advantage of it, you know? Anyways, I was in a bus with these kids, disrespectful ass kids. These kids were throwing paper at me. These little girls made balls of paper and threw it at me. And I seen the little girls do it, like, and I got up and I went to where they were sitting at, and I was like, I seen you throw that paper. So when this bus stops, I'm gonna tell the teacher. And you know what they did? They looked at me and they started laughing. And Maiyah was like, Mom, I told you, Mom, they're mean like that. So anyway, I started going to the field trips a lot more, you know, and I started seeing, like, crazy stuff where these little kids are all over IG. They're like, got TikTok. I don't allow my kids to do any of that. My son just barely got social media when he turned 18 that I know of. Okay? And that's because he had a phone that we paid, and we stopped paying it when he turned 18. And we tracked everything he did on his phone. And he never had no social media on his phone, no social media or anything on his phone. So, you know, if he did it behind my back. But we did not allow that at all. And we don't allow that with my kids neither. All my small ones. Anyways, when I went on that field trip, that one time that when them girls were throwing paper at me, I was like, these kids are disrespectful. But honestly, the way I see it, and not for nothing, I'm not trying to say it, and I told you before, I'll be the first one to say, my son, he be messing up, you know. He gets an attitude, or he starts fighting with little boys. But I can say, though, I've never got a phone call where my son is talking back to a teacher or being respectful to a teacher. Never. Because I don't raise my kids like that. Like, I don't. They know better than that. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I told you that before. I don't get along with my in-laws. But I'm never ever going to sit here and like talk bad about my, to my kids. And tell my kids disrespect them or like, I'm just putting an example. It's never going to happen. I don't care who it is. If they're older than you, you're going to respect them. You're not going to disrespect nobody. I don't raise you like that, So, the way I see it, when the kids act disrespectful like that and they're cussing out the teachers and all that, because they do that shit at home. I mean, because how are you real comfortable to go over there and cuss out a teacher? Well, I'm saying because my daughter, she's been telling me that she has a teacher, and she had the teacher last year, and she has a teacher again this year, and that teacher has cancer, and I met her, and she wears little bonnet things on her head and stuff, and she's a really, really nice, sweet lady. I didn't even know she had cancer, honestly, but my daughter was explaining to me what was going on with her. But anyways, my daughter was saying that they always make her cry because the kids laugh at her. Like, that makes me want to cry. I'm just saying, like, what kids do stuff like that to people like that? Like, you have to have a heart. Your kids ain't raising you. I mean, you're not raising your kids right or something. I don't know. Because I be damned, like I tell my kids. I always tell my kids, Maiyah and Angel, because they're both together in middle school. And they're seeing a lot, like they're being exposed to a lot now. And sometimes they could try to come home with certain things. And I'm like, no, no. It's not going to fly over here. Like, nope, not going to happen. But I told my kids, I'm like, do y'all go over there and do y'all make fun of that teacher because she don't have no hair because she has cancer? Do y'all make fun of her? They're like, no. I'm saying because I don't raise my kids like that. Maya was like, heck no, Mom. Maya was like, Mom, I get really, really, teary-eyed when they make her cry. And I'm like, I can't even freaking imagine, having to see that. And my daughter was like, Mom, it's horrible. Like, I even tell them, well, one time Maya was saying that she had got up and she had told everybody in the classroom, y'all all need to stop. Stop. And my daughter's like that. Let me tell you, when she's like, reach her breaking point, she will be like, just stop. Like, I can't do it. She gets like that. And one time she said that she had got like that and she had got up and she just told everybody in the classroom, but everybody just stop. Like, stop doing that to her. My daughter was like, it's because I just felt so bad, Mom, because she's sitting in the desk and she's nice and stuff, and these kids are just being mean to her. And she's always explaining to me, getting all teary-eyed and stuff, and I'm like, dang, but I believe her. I seen it. Like, I seen it. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't care what nobody says. It comes from home. Because I'll be damned if my kids will ever go over there and be evil like that to people and disrespect their other people like that. I'll be damned. Like, there's no way. And we don't whoop our kids, all right? Let me put that out there. We do not whoop our kids. We just talk to our kids and we let them know what's right and what's wrong. We let them know you treat people how you want to be treated. And you know the perspective I always tell my kids? What about that was me? Would you like if they treated me like that? They're like, no. Okay, so don't ever. And then I always tell my kids that when it comes to a lot of different situations. Would you like if they did me and your dad like that? Would you like if they did your brother or your sister like that? No. So don't ever do people like that. And my husband, he's always got mad at me because he's always said, you're turning our kids into little wussies. They don't know how to fight. They don't know how to defend themselves. They're always coming home crying because kids are being mean to them. And I'm like, and I'm all crying. I'm a wreck. I'm like, man, I don't want my kids getting bullied at school. But man, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have teens, you don't have kids that are in middle school, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. These teens are not regular teens no more. They're grown. They're like grown little humans, okay? They're 13 going on 21, okay? And, and it is what it is. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm talking about the whole disrespectful thing. I'm not talking about how the way they dress. Well, I mean, that too, but that ain't none of my business. My daughters ain't doing it. If people want their daughters or whatever dress however, I'm not going to judge if that's their business. I just won't do it, I'm talking about a kid being disrespectful. A kid being disrespectful like that to, older people, especially to that poor lady, knowing that she's going through what she's going through. She sat there and she sat the whole class down and explained to them she's going through chemo. She's going through all this. She's trying to survive, and she tells all the kids, because my daughter's telling me this. She told all of us that we should all be grateful that we're all healthy and we're all alive, for us to be more nice to each other. And she talks like that to them. And for them to be mean like that to her, I think it's just messed up. That's what I'm saying. I give it to these teachers. Because my daughter's been right there at that same school for 2 years. That's her homeschool. Because I know I took her out for 1 year. I put her in a private school, but that didn't work out. So we ended up putting her back in her homeschool. So she's back in her homeschool with all her old friends, all her friends that she's been at elementary with, that she's grew up with, So I thought it was gonna be a good fit for them, you know, like. But then I don't know, man. The other day I was talking to one of my cousins, and he lives in Spring, Texas, and he got all his kids on homeschool. And he's like, man, I'm not gonna lie, that was the best thing I ever did. He's like, because his school did the same. Like, my daughter was always fighting because they were trying to be mean to her, they're trying to bully her, and I'm like, and that's crazy. I went through the same thing with my kids, and I'm telling y'all, I've sat right there and I've seen it for myself. Like I've seen it, and I'm just like, I cannot believe how disrespectful these kids are nowadays. I'm saying, when I was in middle school, I don't remember like it being like the way it is now. Like now, it's I think it's gotten bad. Report the bullies to the principal. Kids need to know they can't count on adults. And should have done something. Tammy, I know. I would have said something. I can't stand bullies. Tap, tap, tap. Thanks. Where are you from? I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm from Houston, Texas, guys. Oh my God. Hello. Hello. I swear bullies suck. I've had some before, but they haven't ever like hurt me. Just pick on me. They're evil, shaking my head. They're very evil. Oh my God. And I'm like. So anyways, back to this morning, right? Angel said, you know him? Does you have any classes with him, Maiyah? And Maiyah was like, yeah, why? She got up from the back seat. She's like, why? Is he messing with you too? And Angel was like, Maiyah, shh. And she's like, tell me right now, is he messing with you? And he was like, Angel was telling, his sister, Maiyah, and he was like, yeah, he told me that he's going to beat me up after school because I hit his friend with the helmet. I didn't even hit him with the helmet. And my son's all confused, like, I didn't even hit him though. Like, I didn't even do that. He said some other little boy did, I don't know the name, but he's like, he did it. And I'm looking at my son and I'm like, I know my son didn't do it. Like, because my son's a little wuss. He doesn't fight. He'll sit there, he'll probably tell you, like, if you say cuss word to him, he'll probably tell you cuss word back. I'm saying to the kids, because my husband told him to do that. I know it's not good, but my husband's like, Jackie, I'd rather my kids defend themselves than sit there and get bullied all goddamn day. I'm like, I understand. But to a certain point, I'm sure I can't even never hang my phone. That's so bizarre to me. I know, right? Hello, beautiful. Hi, Connie. I know. It's horrible. And when Maiyah was telling me that story, I was like, that is so horrible. And for them kids to sit there and not even feel bad that they're making that lady feel like that is bad. Like, not for nothing. Like, that's bad. I don't, that irked me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I can't. I give it to these teachers because these students, these kids are bad as hell. I'm telling y'all. Like I said, you ain't got no kids in middle school, you ain't got no teens, you don't know what I mean. They fight a lot at siblings, and at school there's a lot going on. But yeah, after all said and done, like, I don't want no kid just doing on my kid like that, So yeah, I had to call the school, I went up there, and that's why I got on live late today, because there was a lot going on. I was like, nah, I don't give a shit. Just all the school staff already know me, because they already know I'll be up there. And I've been like that since elementary. Like I said, I'm that mom that goes up there and I volunteer for the parties. I volunteer for the field trips. I do all of that. So I'd be damned if y'all gonna let any of these kids mess with my kids. Something better happen. Okay? Like last year when that boy threw my son against the what did I say? Those chairs. The stands, the stands you sit on for the games? Forgot what they're called. I almost pressed charges, okay? Bleachers, yeah. I almost pressed charges. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I was like, he's bigger than my son. He's 14. He shouldn't even be in middle school no more. He's big as hell. And he almost broke my son's back. My son had a bigger bruise on his back. I'm like, I want to press charges. I'm like, so call the cops here. You call the parents here. All that. We'll be right here. And that's exactly what the hell I did. But honestly, I didn't file charges because I felt bad. Because the boy apologized and he said he was very, very sorry. He regretted doing that. He was wrong. If he would not did that, guys, I probably would have did it. But me being human, I know kids are being kids, and kids are gonna be kids. And I know he's still a little kid. He's gonna make mistakes right now, and he's gonna regret them later on in the future. We all did. I did. You know what I'm talking about? So I tried to. I understood where he was coming from. Like, you're sorry. Okay, I forgive you. You know. And I told him too. You know, I just think you're a little bit too old to be messing with my son. You know, but I forgive you. I forgave him like nothing ever happened. You know. But it's because I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like it comes from home. Sometimes it's not these kids' faults. Their mom lets them go out, wander the streets, do whatever they want. They're in middle school, smoking already, like drinking, vaping. Vaping is big right now in the middle school. And it's like, your parents are letting y'all do that like you're grown. So I feel bad that I will press charge on a little boy, and he has a whole background for something that he did in middle school. That probably he's probably going to regret later on in the future. Because like I said, we all did crazy stuff growing up, you know? Like, let's just be honest about that. Because, I mean, so I had my fair share. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I don't want to have no mom. I have to take her kids to the court. Like, you know, I started feeling from all that. You know, because like I said, the boy was real apologetic. And he was, you know, saying he was sorry. And I'm like, okay, I forgive you. My husband, on the other hand, he was like, nah, I want revenge. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. Because they're all kids just being kids, right? So me and him had a conversation, and I even told him, you know, like, look at your childhood. You even said a lot of different things about your childhood. You know, now that you're older, you regret doing a lot of that stuff because that's just what you were raised around. And this is like a living testament with my husband. You know, we were talking about this yesterday. You know, we were like, a lot of these kids don't have no choice but to be how they're going to be and say they're in gangs and all this kind of stuff. Because all that stuff's going on in these middle schools around here. Like, they're in gangs and they're vaping, they're smoking. Shoot, there's a couple of kids that are in the middle school that are driving cars. In middle school. I'm like, you know, like, it's just different now. It's just different now. I told y'all that I wanted to put my kids in homeschool. But even if I wanted to do that, I can't even do that because I got to work. And I got to be here, right here, with my kids while they're homeschooling. But once my husband's business gets up and popping, oh, you better believe that's what I'm going to do. I'm hoping that happens sooner than later. Or the kids might just grow out of it. They might just learn how to just stay away from certain people. I don't know. You know? We'll figure it out then. But if it was up to me, I'll have my kids homeschooling. But then I'm like, I want them to be social and be around other people, though, other kids. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to have to feel like I have to shut my kids in so nobody will mess with them. Like, that's just wild as hell, you know? Like, I can't just shelter my kids for the rest of their life. They're not going to know, like, how to defend themselves and, like, you know? And I understand that, too. So, I don't know. Girl, guys, friends, just hear me out, all right? I'm just venting. These teens are driving me insane, okay? So I got to go to the game at 5 o'clock, and me and my kids are going to go. And we're going to sit there and watch my son play and stuff. And I got to sit there and watch these little boys that are bullying my son, you know? And what I'm saying, I called the principal. I went up to the school. They said they were going to call the boys in. They're going to investigate it, this and that. And I'm like, I was in the principal today. I'm like, I'm not trying to be naggy because I know last year I was up here like I was getting paid, okay? I was like, I know I was up here a lot, but it's because I don't want nobody bullying my son. And when my son's coming home with bruises and stuff on him, now that's when it turns into a problem. You know, like that's when there's an issue. When my son's walking through the door limping like this, now that's an issue for me. You know? And then it bothers me that my son feels like he has to lie to me or not tell me what's going on because the bullies, you know, threaten that if he says anything or anything like that, they're gonna beat him up or, you know, whatever. And it's just like, hi Layla, I see you, you're back. It was my reminder to take my birth control. What do you mean, Dimples? I know, Dimples, right? These kids be saying some crazy stuff. I'm telling you, man, you got to be around a group of teens to see how they talk and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, they cuss up a storm. These kids don't talk regular. Like, it's nothing but cuss words. Like, I mean, I ain't any better. I cuss too, but I'm saying, like, hearing a little kid, like 11, 12, 13-year-old cussing like a freaking sailor is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I be tripping out. I'm like, these are some badass kids. I'm saying because you would think like if they would see what's grown up, that they would stop cussing. You know what I'm talking about? You would think, you know, like if they see a grown up, they're not gonna be cussing like that. They're gonna respect their elders, or they're not gonna want somebody older to hear them like that. These kids don't. These kids don't care. They'll cuss right in front of you. Well, the ones that don't have no goddamn respect, and that's what I said. It comes from home because I be damned. Exactly like my husband has told my son, they call you a B, call him a B back. And I'm like, but you better not ever tell a teacher that, or you better not ever cuss in front of the teacher, or from the older, because that's very disrespectful. I told you before, y'all might not believe me, y'all might think it's crazy, but how my family works, when we're from my grandma, my tias, my mom, even though I say a couple in front of my mom, I'm a little bit comfortable in front of my mom, but I won't say too much. And that's because when I do say a couple of cuss words, I'll be like, oh my God, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm like, you already know the way I talk, I'm just going in. And she's like, I know, Mama, you know. But like, we can't cuss in front of our tias and our grandma and all that. Like, they don't play that. When I first got with my husband's like, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never been around a family that we cannot be, you know, affectionate with each other. We cannot like cuss. We have to hug everybody when we get there and hug everybody before we leave. It's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, that type of stuff. Like, especially when it comes to all, if you go around my family, you see all my teen cousins, all my nephews, all the kids, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Like, my family does not play that at all. At all. And look how old I am, and I still don't cuss from my grandmother or my tias because it's very disrespectful. And I will never do it because that's how my mom, that's how they raised us. And all my cousins, anybody can say that. Anybody can vouch for that. Like, that's just the way it is. We see it like a disrespectful thing, you know? So we don't do it. So that's why I tell my kids, do y'all do that? No. Yeah, because y'all weren't raised around that. We don't do that. We're not going to do that. Them kids sitting there cussing like a sailor in front of me because they have no respect because their mom didn't teach them no respect. But I taught y'all, so I better not ever find out y'all saying the cuss word or anything in front of somebody elderly. You know? I don't play that. But yeah, when I first got with my husband, he used to like want me to sit on his lap because like in front of his mom, I could sit on his lap. Like his family, they could be on top of each other. They don't find respect for anything. I'm saying because when we used to go around his river mom, when we used to go around her and stuff, like I could sit on his lap and stuff, and he'll hug me and kiss me and stuff because it was like normal around them. But around my family, we don't do stuff like that. And I remember when I had first took him to a party with my family, and he wanted me to sit on his lap, and I was like, no. And he's like, come here, Mom. You know, I'm like, no. I'm like, that's very disrespectful to my family. And one time, when I first got my husband, he had a bad habit, like where he wanted to be on me, like he wanted to be like holding me and stuff, you know. And when I went around my family, I didn't want to be awkward with him, but I didn't want to be awkward with my family either, right? So I used to be like, babe, just for one of my family's house, just don't kiss me in front of them, and do not like get on me because we don't do that kind of stuff in my family. It's like a disrespectful thing. We don't do that. And he's like, for real? So, anyways, he was like so used to doing that where sometimes he'll do it and he'll forget. Well, one time my mom told him something. My mom was like, Cake, we don't do that over here. That's disrespectful. We don't do that around our family. And my husband never did it again. But that's the way we are, honestly. Cussing and all that kind of stuff, my family, we don't do that. Now, when it's all cousins and we're all partying, that's a different story. But not in front of the tias and the tios and the grandma, I'm like, no. My family don't play that. So let me tell you about Maiyah. Let me get my water. What, my love? Maiyah got off the car, right? Okay, so when Angel had told her that that little boy was saying that he was gonna jump him after school, Maiyah was like, "Who, him? I always help him with his projects." And let me tell you, not for nothing. I don't say my kids are smart for nothing. My kids are really, really smart. Like up to my oldest one, okay? And I can brag about that because that's just facts. I have some smart kids. Maiyah, like, she's like on the 10th grade level and she's in 8th grade. Like, that little girl is too smart for her own good. And they're trying to send her to all these programs and all this stuff, but that stuff is like money, so I can't do it. I'm like, I can't spend no $4,000 a month. I don't get that kind of money. $4,000 a month for her to go to a private school. I can't do that. But anyways, like, here at school, like she gets masters. Y'all probably seen on my community tab. I posted one message out of 1,000 messages that I get from Maiyah. Okay, so Maiyah was like, "What? I help him with his projects, and he's bullying you." When I tell you, Maiyah jumped out the truck so quick, I couldn't even catch her. I was surprised, and that's what I'm telling you. I'm so scared for my daughter because she's already up to here with it. Because she's like, "I'm tired of these freaking bullies. I'm tired of them, and they're all in 8th grade." And they're all in my classes and they're bullying my little brother. She's like, it's making me mad. Where she gets so mad where she wants to cry. And that bothers me. I don't want my daughter to let that affect her. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, she jumped up the truck and I'm like, Maiyah. She went up to that little boy and she called him. I forgot the little boy's name. And she's like, he turned around and she was like, "Are you messing with my brother?" And he was like, and I'm watching from the truck, right? And I was going to get out and say, "Maiyah, come here." But I'm like, no, I don't want to make a scene. You know, I don't want to make a scene outside. So I'm like, just let me see what Maiyah tells him. You know, like if he tries to hit Maiyah or something, then I'll get out. You know, but I'm like, Maiyah says she knows him. Because Maiyah was like, I be helping him with his projects and he's bullying my brother. Oh, that's what I'm saying about Maiyah being smart. Like, sometimes kids pay her money so she could do their work. Like this little girl, she's a little hustler, okay? Like that's the type of kid she is. Like, and you know what's crazy? Because my oldest son, he did that same thing when he was in college. I know you're not supposed to be doing it, but it does happen. My son was doing work for kids in college while he was in college too, and they're paying him good money to do it. Okay, so Maya's doing that right now in middle school. So anyways, I told Maiyah I don't mind. I'm like, but if you get caught, you're gonna get in trouble, Maiyah. I'm like, you can't be doing that. Like, how about you try to help them, show them how to do it? He's like, Mom. She's like, Mom, I'm not gonna lie, these kids are not the smartest. And I can't even say nothing to Maiyah like, oh, Maiyah, like you're the smartest, but she is though, like not for nothing. And so she told him something. Oh, she said, "Are you messing with my brother?" And he was like, I couldn't hear what he was saying. And then she was like, "Well, you better not mess with my brother because if you do, I will tell the teacher on you." Or she said something about some project or something. I don't know. And then she got back in the truck and she's like, "I told him." And I'm like, Maiyah, why in the hell did you got the truck like that? I was like, he's a boy. You cannot be going up to boys like that. One day you do that to a boy, they're probably gonna try to hit you. Like, you cannot do that. And then it's really gonna be an issue, you know? I'm like, you can't be doing that. But I'm just saying, you know, she's a girl, but she can't be going up to boys like that. Because like I said, there's probably a boy out there that will try to hit her, you know? Well, anyway, she was like, I told him, I threatened him, and I told him if I find out he does my brother any little thing again, I'm going to tell our science teacher that I've been doing his work for him. He's been cheating off of me. I was like, Maiyah. She's like, no, I am. And I swear to God, if he does, I'm going to get him in trouble. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's a good way to threaten them. You know, instead of like that, not putting hands, you know, like, I don't want my kids fighting. I don't want my kids fighting. I don't want no hands being put on nobody. Like, that's not a solution for me. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, it's just not. That doesn't fix nothing. Nothing. Ask my husband. He had to learn the hard way. He's a living testament of that. And he regrets it all the time to this day. So yeah, guys, thank you for hearing me out. I'm sorry, I'm over here doing the rice, so don't come in. So yeah, so this morning I was mad about that, and I'm like, these little kids are like, for real, putting their hands on my son. But yeah, I talked to the school and all that, they're gonna handle it, they're gonna keep me updated and regular shit. I ain't lying, the school don't deal with this shit, man. And that's what all falls down to, that we gotta raise our kids to defend themselves. Because, and I ain't even mad at the principals and all that, or, you know, any of the staff. If any teacher doesn't try to stop a fire or whatever, honestly, I can't even get mad at him. I can't even get mad at them. Because you know what's crazy? I had a teacher tell me, I won't say her name or anything, but I had a teacher tell me that I didn't know how hard it was being a teacher. And she's like, I've had kids swing at me, I had kids cuss me out, I had kids make me cry. And she's like, and I had to just like suck it up and, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, that has to be so hard for a teacher. Not only that though, y'all be surprised all the sad stuff they see though. Because I remember one time her telling me, she's like, you don't know how many kids that we see come to school on the daily with dirty clothes and stuff like that. I'm like, no way. And I didn't never ever think about that aspect of it, like of being a teacher, until that teacher had brought that up to me one time. And she was like, you'd be surprised how many kids don't have school supplies to bring. How many kids don't have clean clothes to come to school with. How many kids come to school smelling really, really bad. And I know that because my daughter, the one that told me that before she even told me that, my daughter was saying that when they make them take off their shoes for gym and stuff, it smells really, really bad. So anyways, I'm just saying, you know, the teachers see a lot. And a lot of times, it's not that they're giving up, but they just feel like, why am I going to sit here? And I'm saying that I had you to tell me straight up. I had you to tell me straight up in my face. Let me look, hear me out. She told me straight in my face. She told me because, and that's when I had Maiyah and Angel in that private school. They were in that private school for 1 year. That's why I took them out, because I felt like the teachers didn't care. But then I put them in this other regular school, and it's the same thing. But that's just the way the teachers are. I don't know about y'all, but when I was in middle school, the teachers were at the chalkboards. Now there's no teachers at no chalkboards. Really, rarely. It's all just laptop. The teachers tell you what website to get on, you get on there, you do your work. For all that, you could be at home. So they're just going to the school just to walk through a door, and the school gets paid for all the kids that are there, right? So I was at a meeting with my son, and I was telling her, I'm like, well, y'all know that we have all these services for Julio. He's supposed to get extra help. He's supposed to be in small groups for certain subjects. And, okay, bye, Layla. Good night. Bye. Thank you for hearing me out. I was just ranting. Oh, crap. Hold on, the rice. Dang it. I put the season inside there. I started talking. Hold on, guys. What was I saying? God damn it. God. That's why I'm looking at the chat, guys, because I forget what I'm talking about. What the hell was I talking about? God, I forgot what I was saying. That's bad. Oh, that's what I was saying about the teachers. Like, oh, the teacher told me, she said, because I was like, well, why isn't Julio getting extra help? He's supposed to be getting extra help. And when I put him in this school, I was told that he was going to have the same services from the last school. And she's like, yeah, but we do our services different, you know. It's not like a one-on-one thing. It's like like a group 10 and better or something like that. She said, and I'm like, no, Julio needs like one-on-one. I'm like, and he's always been like that since elementary. And I'm like, so that's why he's not doing good in that subject, because he's not getting the help that he needs, you know. And you know what she told me? She said, well, we tell them what they have to do on their laptop, and they do if they do. If they don't, they don't. We don't even make them do it. That's them. That's not our grades. That's their grades. So we don't even force them to even do that. She's like, we tell them they have to get on. If the kids do it, they do. If they don't, they don't. And when I tell you, everybody at that meeting looked at her like they knew she messed up for saying that. And after that, I was like, A week later after that, I was like, and it was going to be the end of the school year, because it was one of those meetings that we do like in the beginning of the school year, the middle of the school year, and then the end of the school year. And it's just for Julio that I do those meetings for, because he gets, special help at school and stuff, And when she told me that, I was like, okay. I was like, well, I'll be back next week to come get their papers, to take them out of the school, to unroll them, and I'm going to go put them in the homeschool. Because I'm like, the fuck, what do you mean? Okay, I understand that. You just tell the kid what to do, and they just got to do it, and then and then they have to get it done, and they don't. But I'm like, what are y'all teachers here for, though? If y'all not gonna try to push the issue about the kids getting their work done, you're clearly telling me in my face that y'all don't push the issue. Y'all tell them what they have to do. If they do what they do, if they don't, they don't. That's crazy. That's crazy, And she told me straight up that they were not gonna push the issue. She's like, we don't push the issue. We tell the kids what they gotta do. If they don't do it, they don't do it. And when I tell you, I remember the face on those teachers that day. They were like, what in the hell did you just say? And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, I already know this because Maiyah's been telling me this. Maiyah said that this is all they do. But I thought it was just in that school. But no, for the past 2-3 years now, it's been like that. It's just straight laptop, like, it's like homeschool, but they're just in a school setting. They're in a building, and the building is getting paid for them being there. Because that's exactly what it is. I don't know if I know about that, but they're getting paid for each student to be there. That's why it's very, very critical that each kid goes to school every day. Because when the kid misses a day, they lose money. I mean, I'm trying to call the business out there like that, but I'm not lying though. I'm not too crazy about the school systems going on. Like, I'm not. And I've been like this now for like 2 years. And I told y'all in one of my videos that I wanted to put my kids in homeschool this year. But I couldn't do it because all them services that Angel's in, I'm not going to get those services with that homeschool. So that's why I said if I feel like, whenever I do feel like I could be able to do that is when Angel's in high school. Because I feel like by then we should be more stable, Like me, be able to stay at home to do a homeschool at home. Because I do think that Julio will be okay if I was here, which I have to be here regardless. If they do homeschool, I gotta be here. They have to be an adult here, like, to explain to them and all that. But, I don't know. I don't like it. I really don't. And I'm not mad at teachers or anything for it because it's not their fault. You know what I'm talking about? Because they don't even get paid enough neither. So, I don't even blame them while they can care less. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't blame them at all. Hi, my love. I'm back, guys. Yeah, me too, Dimples. That was me as a kid. I was in small groups. Yeah, me too. That's what I was saying. I was going to when are you live again? Monday through Friday. I go live Monday through Friday, Layla, if you're still here. Hey everyone. Hi Iris. How long have you been live? I was doing some schoolwork. Man, I've been live going on exactly 60 minutes. So cute. Watching. Just wondering your videos, nice. Oh, that's cool, Connie. You're watching Iris's videos. I like her cooking videos. I'm not gonna lie. I like to see how other people cook. That's pretty cool. Comment. Okay, I can't stand the public usually when they do wrong. I'll switch out. So I need some ketchup. Yeah, caregiving is a handful. It really, really is. It really, really is. It's fun though. You gotta like that job though to have it. I really, really love it. I love the little sweet old ladies. Let me tell you, when I was taking care of my grandma, I used to love to sit there and watch her put her makeup on. Because we used to go out to eat. I take her out to eat. And she'd be like, hold on, I'm going to put my makeup on. And let me tell you, she put eyeshadow everywhere. Even the last lady that I was taking care of, the one I work for still. Well, her mom passed, so, I still work for her daughter. Um, I don't know if I told y'all, but her daughter, the one I work for, she's like a big doctor here in Houston. But, like, she's getting sick now. So she has to work from home, so I go help her at her home. And, her mom did the same thing, but her mom used to try to put on eyeliner, and it was so cute because, man, the eyeliner would be way over here. But let me tell you, don't try to take off her eyeliner though, because she knows what she's doing. And my grandma would say the same thing. No, mama, I know what I'm doing, but she'll tell me in Spanish. I know what I'm doing. I'm fine. I'm like, looking at my grandma like, we can't go out like that. Like, I can't take you out like that. So I just tell her, all right, Grandma, just let me fix you up a little bit, Let me just fix it up a little bit because you got a little bit. I used to take it all off. I used to work for hospice. It's hard work. Yeah. Man, I can't imagine that. One client that I had, she went into hospice. And I had barely met her, so I didn't really, really grow a bond with her like that. I wasn't with her long enough. But the last day that had passed, I took it really, really hard. I cried. I went to her funeral and everything. Their family came from Kentucky and all that, and they all went to go stay in Galveston for a couple of days, and I went with them. I went with their whole family. I went to go stay with them. You know what's crazy? You're saying that though, Iris, not for nothing. Because I remember when I was in middle school. Oh, Dimples. Yeah, speaking of that, Dimples, I got your email. Did you see my email? I just popped up right now. Did you get my email? Scared the living shit out of me. Yeah, I know. And, a lot of people say that, though, too, that it does mess with you kind of mentally, and emotionally, because, like, you start getting attached to them. Because I know this last thing I was caring for, I got really attached to her, and so did my kids. I had this cutest video of my kids, of Anjuli pushing her when she was little. God. I still be doing some crazy stuff. Cleaned up all my shirt. I knew that was gonna happen. What's my love bug? Where's my love? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what to do with myself. Nobody's getting home. My husband doesn't get home till 6. My kids don't get home till 6. Well, Angel doesn't get home till 7 after the game. Maiyah doesn't get off till almost 6. And Anjuli gets off 4:30. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool, Dimples. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Golden. So, yeah, what I was talking about in the beginning, the whole bullying thing, I'm telling you right now, if you got kids, if you ain't got no kids, if you don't got no kids, don't have no kids right now in this world we live in right now. Just trust me. It's hard when you have kids and you have to go through like certain things like this that I have to go through with my kids, you know? About other kids messing with them and stuff. Like, I don't like it. Like, I really don't. And every time it happens, I want to just pull my kids right out of school, but I'm like, I can't just shelter them in because they're not gonna defend themselves because, you know. Tomorrow's not promised, and I don't want my kids to like be getting bullied and not know how to defend themselves and like, you know. I don't want them to be mean either, but it's like the bullying thing, you need to fix it. Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much though. You go to the schools, you go do all that. You know how many times I've been to the school? The kids still, there's a lot of these kids are still gonna be mean. Like they're still gonna be mean. I'm telling you. I've been to the school and I've snitched on a little boy for him pushing my son, and right after that, he told my son that he didn't give a shit. He's like, I don't care. My mom don't care. I don't care neither. He's like, I'm not gonna get in trouble. You know, so that makes you lose hope. Like that's what it all boils down to. That's what I said earlier. We can't control what these kids do because it comes from home. Their moms don't give a shit. So why do they gotta give a shit? Golden shit. I'll see them. Kids can be mean. Yeah, kids can be really, really mean. Oh, Iris, and I'm saying that's why I brought it up earlier when I was talking to you, and I was like, not for nothing, Iris. When I was in middle school, I remember when I was in middle school, and there was a group of girls that I was their friend, and they were all like in foster care. I'm thinking like the same way probably how you were. You should talk about your story, man. People will be like interested in that. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, you know, I like watching stuff like that. And I know a lot of people like watching stuff like that. Just people telling their stories, especially people that were in the foster system, because I know that y'all went through a lot. I mean, I've heard a lot, and I've seen a lot. And when I was in middle school, this big white bus used to come and drop off a group of girls at school and boys, and then pick them up. But they all lived in the same home. They were all like living with foster parents and stuff. And they would say how they were getting abused and all that kind of stuff. And they were all in middle school, and I'm like, and I remember one girl, not for nothing. I remember her name. Her name was Sunny. I remember, well, that was a nickname that we had for her. Her name was her real name was Sunshine or something like that, but her nickname was Sunny or something like that. I remember. And she would cry, and she would say that she wished she had parents and stuff, and she would cry when it was about to get time to leave school and stuff because she didn't want to go back to where she was living at. And I never understood all that, right? I never just paid attention to it. Now, like, start putting two together. I'm like, oh, so they just live with like a random, probably a couple, right? I'm thinking married couple or something, or or a lady. I'm saying 'cause I've seen a group of kids too that live with the lady, and that's like down the street from where I live. And I'm saying I've seen them because we literally see them at the stores and everything. And the lady drives a big truck, and she has Mexican girls, black girls, white girls. They're all, you can tell they all live with her. She's the foster mom, I guess. But she's real mean to them, right? Okay, so I'm trying to talk about everything at one time. I'll say about the story about the friend at school. Then I'll say about the story about the friend. I'm not about the friend. I'll say about the story about the foster that lives over here near me. That how mean she was to those girls, and one of them ended up homeless right here on the streets. Okay, so I'm talking about the one that ended up homeless, and she wasn't. I don't think she was only getting bullied by the foster mom, because the foster mom looked mean as hell. She like one of those mean ladies. Like, she ain't gonna play. When y'all get in the truck, she gonna slap your ass. Like, she looked like that because the way she'll talk to him and stuff in public. And like I said, we all go to the same stores around here, so we've seen them a lot of times. Like, we were like in front of them in lines at Walmart and stuff. Like, we've always seen them, and we'll always see, like, every time we'll see her, we'll see all the same girls, but we'll see new kids too, and then we'll see some kids missing, like, because I already kind of knew what all the girls looked like because I would see them all the time. Well, anyways, one of the girls, they were mean to her, and I'm saying because I've seen her, where you could tell she was like a little nerdy girl, and like you could tell they were like mean to her. So when I seen her on the streets, and she went, I'm assuming she left that foster home, and for a homeless guy that lives in the streets right here where we live at. Because that guy has been homeless for a lot of years. And then one day, me and my husband were going to Dollar Tree, and I seen them together. And I was like, babe, that's that little girl that we always see with the foster mom. And he looked back, he's like, oh shit. And she was pregnant. And she was living out here in the streets with him for a little while. And then she just disappeared. Well, one time I seen her at Dollar Tree, inside Dollar Tree, and she had a backpack, and she was with that guy, and they were stealing. And I was like, this little girl's stealing. I'm like, but she's pregnant, so she's probably hungry. I mean, I didn't go snitch or anything. I mean, probably a lot of y'all would go to front and snitch. But, I mean, it depends. Like, if I see somebody and they look strange and they're being weird and it looks scary, then I'll snitch, But if you act like I didn't see and you didn't see, whatever, I'll mind my business, I'm not going to really get into all that. But, what you call it? I saw her. As I'm saying, I didn't literally see her put the stuff in her bag, but I saw her like closing up her backpack. When you go inside the store with the backpack, you know what you're doing. And the guy that she was with, he was like a drug addict. So I know they had to be stealing, because that's what they start doing. They steal, And I'm like, this poor girl got pregnant by this homeless guy, and she ended up in the streets out here. But I'm like, I'm not surprised, because she was with that foster mom and all them kids, and you could tell those kids were mean to her. She looked like the outsider. All the kids, she always looked like the outsider. Always. And this lady would have like 10 kids. And so did the lady when I was in middle school. She had like 10 kids. Well, anyways, my friend Sunny, she would cry because she would say she didn't want to go back home to that lady's house. And I used to be like, oh man, but I was young. But I remember, because like now that I see this lady and stuff, and now I'm into YouTube and stuff now. Ever since I got into YouTube and all that, and I watch all these documentaries and stuff, now I kind of understand, a lot of it, like, what a lot of these foster kids went through and stuff, And I'm like, that's why Sunny never wanted to go home, because she would always say that she was in love over there. She didn't want to be over there, and I didn't understand, because I mean, I had my mom and my dad, I mean, I lost my dad when I was 14. He got killed. I told y'all that my dad got killed, so I lost him at a young age, But I had a lot of family and stuff, I had my mom and everybody. So I didn't know how it felt to, like, not have any family. Like, not having no family around until, like, I actually just got with my husband. And then, his family, they're not close like that, So, and I started understanding a lot of, understanding it more. Like, how people feel that don't have family, Because I honestly, and right now, honestly, I might sound dumb, but I still kind of don't understand it. I'm still kind of learning, like, when it comes to my husband and all that, I don't understand it, but like my husband says, you don't understand that, you never will, because you had family. And I'm like, well, yeah, But, like, now that I'm older, I I think about Sunny. And then the last time that you had told me that you were in the foster system, I don't know what live it was, but I remember me reading that one time. And ever since then, I thought about you. I was like, Iris told me she was in something like that. Oh, it's just a random thought. I was thinking about that because I've been thinking about that because I remember you mentioning that to me. I don't know if it was on a live or something. I don't know. Sorry if you told me that in the message. I don't think so though. I mean, because you said it right here, right? I hope it said something I was supposed to. Yeah, they give them money. They make good money doing that too. I heard, and a lot of them do it just for the money. Yeah, that's what I heard, Golden. Because I had another friend that was, well, she wasn't in a system like that, but she got taken away from her parents and stuff, and she got given. Yeah, they gave her to her dad's family because her dad was in prison. So I remember her telling me a story like that, like how she didn't get treated right, that her cousins got treated different than her because she was. And you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy? This is the truth though. You know, we were just talking about that. And my husband was just telling you that yesterday. Remember he was mentioning that yesterday? My hands are all wet. He was just mentioning that yesterday that his grandma and his aunts and all them were young. Because he got treated bad too growing up. He told you that. He you know, he got whooped and all that. And a lot of that was like, you know, from his family and stuff. So anyways, well, why was I saying that? I was saying that for a reason. Oh, he was saying, like, the other day we were talking about this, and he was like, now I understand, now that I'm older, now I understand why they treat me the way they treated me. Because for one, they were all young. Two, I wasn't their kid. They had their kids, so of course they're going to give their kid more than what they gave me. And that's sad when he had said it like that. I'm like, man, for real, that's crazy. And he was like, well, yeah, now I think about it. I mean, Jackie, how do I expect for them to give me Jordans when they had their own kids? Of course, they're going to give their kids everything before they gave me anything. He's like, so, I mean, I have to understand that to a certain extent. But I'm like, I'll be damned. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, God forbid, my nephew, I know how much I love my pumpkin pies, okay? If I ever had to have my nephews here with me, God forbid something happens to my sister or my brother-in-law and I have to have my pumpkins with me, I'll bring all my pumpkins with me. But the ones that ain't live with my sister no more. Because, you know, all my nephews, 3 of them are already old enough. They already moved out, you know. They're doing their own little thing now. And so she still has the other ones at home. My sister has 7 kids. So she still has 4 at home. So anyways, I'll take them all. And I'm going to treat them exactly how I treat my kids. There's just no fucking way. Like I'm saying when it comes to family. When you're around them people, I understand. But there's no way that I will ever, well, because I'm saying that I was telling my husband this. Like, I understand that aspect that you're talking about. But I'll be damned for my husband. See, me to tell me, God forbid to happen to my sister and I bring all my nephews over here. You think I'm going to treat my nephews like that? And I'm going to treat my kids different than my nephews and give my kids more than what I give my nephews? They're all getting the same shit. I would never do that. I would never try to hurt my kids like that or hurt my nephews like that. Like, it puts a knot in my throat. I would never do that. So, I don't understand that neither. Like, I don't. But they were young, so, you know? I think about that too. I do. I think about all of it. Because, you know? That's terrible. No love. You're okay. You're right. I'm going to start telling my story. You should. Iris, no lie. People would be like, you should do a series. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But I'm just saying, because I think people would be into that. You should, like, do a series, like, from when you were younger and what you remember. Like, start from when you were younger. Like, what you remember, you know. Whatever you want to tell, but I'm saying I think you should start from younger. I'll be so into it. I was all alone since a child, me and God. No way, Golden. Protect me. No one. No way. Yeah, I did hear about that case. That, you know what's crazy? That social case? I just came across a video about that. And I saw like a little piece of it and I got out of it. Now I want to go back to it. Is it good? I mean, not good. I'm sure it's sad, but like, you know, I love hearing people's stories like that. No, yeah, yeah, Iris, not for nothing. I don't know if you see, but people are doing that right now, especially on TikTok. But you could do it on YouTube though too. I'm gonna write you, Iris. I got your number. I got your number now. I'm gonna write you. I'm just saying, I think people will be really, really into that. Do like a series from a part 1 to part 10, however you finish. But start from when you were younger until you remember not seeing your family no more and stuff, and then how you went into the system, and then all that good stuff. How you got out, what happened when you got out, all that stuff. And where you're at now. Like, the ending has to be your ending now. Like, that's really, really cool because you have a good ending. You know? Go to Grizzly Crime or the docket. Oh, yeah, Grizzly. I watched Grizzly, yeah. Okay, that's a channel name, the docket, or docket, just docket, if you want to see it. I do want to see it. I do want to see it. I would have paid it right now for y'all. But I don't know if I could pay that on my life. But wait, though. I'm going to bring my laptop, okay, so I can look it up right now that I'm on. Oh, Golden. Speaking of that, I never got your email. Right now that I remember that, I never got your email. So, I mean, try to email me again. Oh, so it's a recent case? Oh, that's probably why I came across it then. Because I seen it. So when I saw that name, I'm like, hold on, I just seen a video like that. Now I want to go look for it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Dinner's looking scrumptious today. I made some, even though I'm not eating this. Like, I'm not lying, I'm not eating this. Like, I can't. Last night I felt so sick. I felt so sick. I told my husband, I'm like, I'm gonna eat light. I can't eat heavy today. The only reason why I'm doing all this food right now because my husband, he's gonna be working till 6 o'clock, and I know he's gonna get home starving like Marvin, and I know he's gonna want like some cooked food. So I made his kind of food, okay, that he's gonna love. I made some Mexican rice. I made some of his Puerto Rican beans with onions and bell peppers, and I made steaks, and I smothered it with chile and sauce, and I put onion and peppers in it. It looks good. No way. Hey, Lala. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know why, but you know what's crazy saying that though, Golden? Because yesterday, Dimples was saying that it wasn't letting her send something that it was tripping out. Let me look at my laptop real quick. Oh my God. Yeah, try that. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, I've been getting all my emails and everything. I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting for my computer to load. I think I'm going to my tia's this weekend. I wasn't going to do nothing this weekend. I ain't gonna lie. I was going to stay at home and take all my Christmas stuff out. No, I ain't losing my mind, guys. I'm not losing my mind. But my tia wants to barbecue and she wants us to come. Let me see. And I love going to my tia's because she has the biggest land and we sit outside. the hell? Why is all this popping up? Why is this coming out little like this? How in the hell do I make my screen big? What in the hay? Hey Iris, you should go to YouTube, right? And just go look up my adoption story or like my foster story. Like look up titles like that and like see what pops up and you get an idea of what title to use. All right? Do that for any video. Any of y'all, if any of y'all content creators. I do that. It's not a bad idea, I'm telling you. Just whenever you look that up, like my foster story or my story about a foster kid, or like look up something like that, and searches will pop up and they'll show you what's the most popular search, like what they search up more, like my foster story or my story of being a foster kid or like something like that, and it'll help you, you know. Whatever search you see that's being searched more, whatever title, use that title. Why is my screen not getting big? What did I do? How do I do this? Anybody? Look, why is my screen like this? It's like halfway. How do I take that off? I mean, like, how do I make it big? Anybody? See, it gets like that. Yeah, man, I'm not lying. And that's for anybody, no lie. People don't even know that. People don't even need freaking cameras and GoPros and stuff. Even though it's good to have that kind of stuff, because not for nothing, when you got a GoPro and you're out in public, people are going to ask you, what do you do? And people are going to ask you, like, what's your channel name? That's how you gain subscribers. It's very, very awkward situation, but it does help. Is there an X in the corner? Yeah, but it goes right out. Let me see. Yeah, but it comes right out. Look, there's an X right there. And I press it and it goes out. This happened before. And I can't remember what the hell I did. Or how I fixed that. Sorry. I'm listening to music in my head. ¿Qué hago? Certified Yapper. That should be my nickname. That should be my nickname. That's a good one, gamer. Thank you. That's a good name. Certified Yapper. Okay. I'll take that. Any day out of the week. Zoom. No, it's not that still. Okay, hold on. I think I'm going somewhere. Oh, yeah. I got it, guys. All right, let me go look for that name real quick before I forget that name. Y'all don't drink that water. That put them chongos in that water. Ginger and Alvin have a bad habit of bringing. They find any chongo on the floor. Y'all know what chongo is? The barrette, the chongo. They find any chongo on the floor. They're picking it up and they're bringing it over here to the water fountain. And they put it in the water fountain. Don't ask me why. Oh, I just see you just did a grocery haul, Iris. Solo grocery store run. I'm sorry, I got stuck of. Check now. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. I don't know. I can't check right now because it's not gonna. Hold on, let me see. Oh man, if I do that, if it knocks me off live, guys, it's gonna knock me off live. But I'm gonna try to see if I can see it. Who, Iris? What did I miss? Okay, yeah, I'll show you, Iris. How to add the links. That's really, really easy. I'll show you. We will have to set up a time and a day, Iris, where I could FaceTime with you because we got my number now. And I'll show you. I'll like put you on my screen and I'll show you. So whenever you get on your laptop, I mean whenever you do your videos, do you get on your laptop too? Yes, I do. Okay, because I'm saying because you can see a lot more from your laptop. And if you have a laptop, then I don't mind showing you how to put your cards and stuff. Because I noticed you don't put cards or anything in the end of videos. I know at the end of my videos, there's like little squares that pop up in its videos. That's recommended for y'all. Well, that's how a lot of your other videos get seen when you add those cards to your video. But the only way you could do that if you have a laptop. I use my phone and my laptop. Okay, cool. So yeah, well, I'll have to show you then from a laptop point of view. You're gonna love it. Like you could do your video, add your it's called end screens and stuff to your videos. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll let you know tomorrow, Iris. I was gonna say Friday, but I don't know if I'm gonna be here Friday. Because I think I'm going out to the country. Because I think I'm gonna go pick up my niece. My niece was calling me yesterday, telling me how much she misses me. She wants to come with me. So I think I'm going for her Friday. If my sister not lets me, but her birthday's Sunday. So they had some plans for her. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, but if they're gonna do something, then of course the kids are gonna go over there. But I wanted to bring her over here because I wanted to do a video for her birthday on my other channel with her and Anjuli making cake pops. Because I got everything to make cake pops. And so I wanted to do a video. I was gonna like decorate right here in my dining room, right? With pretty balloons, like make flowers out of balloons and put them all over my dining room. And I wanted to decorate, the table and all that for her birthday, and then do a video of her and Anjuli on my other channel of them making cake pops. Okay, Shay, you be careful. Hey, just a reminder, your package will be there on Thursday. Don't forget. I already forgot. I already forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Iris. Thank you so much, Iris. I can't wait to get them. Yeah, Iris, but I'm gonna let you know tomorrow. Hold on, let me cut off my rice. I'm gonna let you know tomorrow what day I can do it, Thursday or Friday. But I'm gonna find out today if I'm going for my girlfriend. Cause I kind of feel bad going for just her now because my sister is getting one of our friends. He's been like, it was like a brother to me. And when the COVID and all that hit, he passed away. Because he got COVID. And so my sister always gets his son still because she's the godmother. She's his godmother. So she always gets the little boy. And she's getting the little boy this weekend. And so she was like, let me see if I'm going to let her go because we're getting mono this weekend, which is a little boy. And I don't know what we're going to do because we're going to have mono. And so I was like, all right, well, just let me know. Oh, I feel bad because if I go pick her up, my other nephew's going to want to come with me and they're not going to be able to because they're going to have to stay at home with mono because he's a boy. And they're going to be like, no, we got company. You got to stay. And then he's going to be crying and then, I have to leave him, just bring my niece. I really don't want to do that. I don't want him my fucking crying. I know he's going to cry. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So my sister lets me pick them up. I'll just pick them up on a Thursday. Yeah. No, I'm not going to pick them up Friday. I'm going for them Thursday because they don't go to school Friday. So I told my sister she has to go pick them up. We'll pick her up. I'm going to go pick her up Friday when she goes out of school. I'm going to be at her house. Okay? And I already had to promise her that. And she's already like, please, I really want to go. I was like, I know, girlfriend. We got to wait for your mom. No, wait, thank you, Iris. Girl, you're going to see me on my video with them things. I'm not going to know how to act. No, they're just golden. They're just patches from the eye. Oh, did I tell you, Iris, that I gave my son the Bible? My oldest son? And he really, really liked it. I don't know if I told y'all, but my oldest son, he goes to church every other Sunday. He goes with his best friends. And I'm very thankful that my son he's getting into that. And it's been like 2 months now that he does that. And he told me that he just wants to go buy him another Bible. And he's like, man, this is a cool Bible. I've never seen a Bible like this. And he's like, who gave this to you? And I was like, one of my friends from YouTube. And he was like, what? He's like, he really, really liked it. I forgot to tell you that. And so he was like, I've never seen a Bible like this kind of, how has the anime characters or something? He really, really liked it though. I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he goes to church and he said that he wants to go get him another Bible the other day. And he's like, I want to go buy me one. He's like, and then I get this one. And he's like, how long you been having this one? I'm like, well, I've been having it for a while. And he's like, well, I wish I would have knew. You would have told me. I would have came to get it after work. He's like, I want to go buy me a whole other Bible the other day. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, he really, really liked it. Didn't I say wherever on my life in the beginning, I said I gotta wash these couple of dishes, and I haven't washed nothing. I've been stuck on this life. Yeah, I know, that's crazy, right, Golden? Our body, that's what they say, we are what we eat and stuff. That stuff is true, because that's what I was telling you yesterday. When I eat bad, I feel bad. Oh, you know what I need to do? Hold on. Right now that I'm right here. Go back. Oh, no, 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 no. Here. I know, are you Iris? That's cool. I'm happy too, I'm not gonna lie. The couple days I didn't come live, I'm like, dang man, I'm not gonna lie, like that was like my little therapy to get on there and like talk to everybody and like communicate with other women. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Sometimes I feel like us women have to like express ourselves to other women because other women we understand each other. Like so. It's like a little therapy for me, and I like talking to all of y'all. I met a lot of great people on here, so. I do sound crazy. I love going on walks, Golden. That's one thing you don't know about me. I love going on walks. I really, really, really do. When I went to San Antonio, me and my husband, I went on the longest walk just to walk. Like, I just loved it. I love to just go outside and put a blanket outside and just lay out there. Like, I don't know why. It's just like so relaxing to me. So relaxing to me. Just nature, like hearing the birds and stuff. I'll be sitting outside looking crazy. Matter of fact, when we had came back from San Antonio, my husband had knocked out, and the kids, everybody, my kids are big. They all got their phones and stuff. They do their own thing. They're just like they ain't worried about me. Like the house be so quiet now. I'm saying like compared to all my kids, because remember all my kids are like back to back. Well, not my oldest one, but my last three. And they'll be jumping around, running everywhere, and I couldn't calm them down. Now it's so quiet, and I'm just like, it's too quiet in here. So, but hey, don't get me wrong though. I love it because it's like now I get to have my me time. I told y'all, I feel like I took care of babies for a lot of years. I did. At one point, all three of my small ones were on diapers. So that's all I knew was just mom mode, mom and dad mode, mom mode, and being there for my husband, doing it for my husband, and doing it for my kids. Like that shit, it put a toll on me. And like, so now that my kids are older, I'm like, okay, y'all can help me out a little bit, guys. Everybody's big now here, all right? Now I could kind of like do stuff for myself because I just always been about my kids, always about my kids, and that's a problem I have with myself is like spoiling myself because I always spoil my kids. I don't know. I love to see my kids smile, like not for nothing. I go to the store and every time I go to the store, I buy my kids something, all of them, even my oldest one. I still buy him Valentine's stuff, all that because I get all my kids something. And I still buy my oldest son stuff. It's been like that for years. It's never gonna stop. Like he's always been my baby. That was my first baby. We were babies together. Cause I told you I was 14 and be 15. I was a baby with a baby. he was my best bud for a lot of years. So when he had left off to college, don't get me wrong, I was so happy for him. But I was the saddest mom around, like not for nothing. I was the saddest mom around because I don't know where I would be without my kids. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And you know what's crazy? Because my husband says that I'm real bad and I spoil my kids and I can't go nowhere without them. This is me and my husband's first trip without our kids, okay? We went to San Antonio. This was our first trip and we were ready to go. We were excited, but when it was time to come home, we didn't wait for no checkout time. We were like, no, let's head home already so we can stop by Buc-ee's and buy the kids beaver nuggets and buy them a couple of other things. I bought them some cotton candy, stuff that, because we never go to Buc-ee's like that. Because the nearest Buc-ee's near us is 30 minutes away from us, and it's in Katy. Which we go to Katy, but don't tell me why we never been by that Buc-ee's. But we stopped by the big Buc-ee's, like going to San Antonio, Well, it was in Gonzales, Texas, like still an hour away from San Antonio. So we stopped right there. So anyways, me and my husband woke up in the morning, went to go eat breakfast and all that, and we're worried about coming back home. So we stop at the stores to get our kids some stuff before we get home. You would think that we'd be like, we're going to go out to eat. We're going to go like spend money on us. No, we're worried about our kids. We're over in San Antonio. My husband's over here calling the barbershop out here, telling them when he gets back from San Antonio that he wants to take my smallest son to get a haircut. So we're out there still worried about our kids, okay? So I told my husband, I'm like, you want to stay here till checkout time? We go out somewhere out here? And he was like, no, let's just go. Let's just go back to Houston already. We stop by the store and get the kids some stuff and just go back home with the kids already because I'm going to take Angel to get his haircut before school tomorrow. I was like, okay. And I told him, I'm like, you talk about me that I'm bad. You can't, my husband can't be without the kids either. He can't. He can't concentrate. I'm like, I'm not the only one. We're just not used to leaving our kids. And this time that we left them, we felt guilty as hell. Even my youngest daughter was like, I'm not going to lie, Mom. I almost cried. I was like, no way. She's like, yeah, when it was time for me to go to sleep, I would get sad. I'm like, because my babies ain't used to being without me. They know when they go to sleep, Mama's right here. Like, I'm right here, you know? I don't have no life without my babies, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. They make my world go around. I'm over messing with my YouTube because I wanted to show, but I'm gonna show you by myself those. I don't know if I'm showing too much. So Iris, whenever me and you do the call and stuff, I'll show you, okay? 'Cause I don't think I can show you right now. Yeah, my mind is constantly on them, Iris. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I drive myself crazy. Because I know I gotta think about myself sometimes, but I'm always thinking about my kids, you know? Me and my husband, I don't know, me and my husband always say, we're always like, are we like this? Because, like, we're trying to give our kids what we didn't have. And I'm not saying I didn't have nothing, but I'm saying, like, my mom didn't have money like that to go out and buy us what we wanted, take us on dates, just me and my sister, you know, girl time. You know, she didn't have boy time, my brother by themselves. Like, she didn't get to do none of that because she didn't have money like that. You know, so I understand why she didn't do it. But, like, I do all that with my kids, like, stuff that I wish I would have had growing up. So I do all that with my kids. Like, I make time for my kids. Or, like, me and my daughter just sitting right here in the living room for, like, 3 hours straight doing hair and nails and stuff like that. Like, just sitting here talking, listening to music, just spending time with my girls, you know? Or, like, we'll go out shopping. Every Sunday, I leave with my girls and we go somewhere, even though we haven't did it for the past 2 Sundays. We didn't do it this past Sunday because we were in San Antonio and we didn't do it last Sunday. I don't know why we didn't do it last Sunday. But this Sunday, I told them we're going to do something. And so I spend a little time like that with my kids. I'm like, because I wish I would have had that. You know? Like, my mom spending, like, alone time like that with us, you know? Even though my mom was a good mom. Don't get me wrong. I had a really, really good mom. She never left us. She's always been there for us. But she didn't have money like that, you know? So I understand. Puffy bags under eyes sometimes mean liver problems. Golden, don't scare me. Girl, I'll start diagnosing myself right now. I'll go put myself in the hospital right now. You must not know me. Y'all gonna see me post my community tab, my hospital band. Y'all can be like, Golden scared the shit out of Jackie. All right, I'll shut up. Don't have babies, but I got pups. My heart breaks thinking about leaving them. But I know, right? And that's the only bad thing about when you have animals is that you have to get somebody to come take care of them because you can't leave them. That's why I was so thankful that my son was over. I'm like, because even though they were like going back and forth to his house because he has a baby cat at home too. And so they go back and forth, they'll come back and forth, whatever. But I'm like, my babies need somebody here, like, to be checking on them. They can't be here for like more than 3 hours by themselves, more than 4 hours. Because they start missing us. Like, I'm not lying, when we get home, all of my cats are right here in the house looking out the window because I always have the blinds open right there because they like to look out. I say they like to look out their friends, okay? That's just my little crazy mind that my babies are looking outside at their friends, and their friends are the squirrels. So they're looking outside at their friends and looking for us. So I be feeling so bad. I told my son, I'm like, y'all gonna have to be going back and forth home and back to your home and back home because we can't leave my babies like that. We're not doing all that over here. But that's the only bad thing, though, about having animals because you can't go on vacation because you can't just leave them with anybody. And you got to leave them in daycare to people you don't even know. Girl, I'll be a hot mess going to drop off my babies at a daycare and I'm driving away and I'm like, what about they think we're leaving them? Because I've seen videos like that, sad videos where the people go over there and they leave their animals at the shelters and stuff because they can't care for them no more. And they're walking away and the animals are just looking at them. Ugh, the saddest videos. The saddest videos. I can't. LOL, stop it. I'm not kidding. I know you're not kidding, Golden. I know. The body screams out for help. Now I believe that. I really, really do. I know, right? Golden will be that them psycho fur parents have cameras and shit in the house so we can make sure we can see everything that's going on with our babies. Cause I know me neither. That's my biggest fear too. Like living with people that don't know them, you know, and then like they mistreat them and stuff, you know. I can't. So my boss, and when she goes out of town, I help her with her cats, and she pays me extra. I don't mind doing it. I'm like, I don't mind, cause I love cats. I know I love cats, and I love her cats too. Let me tell you, when I go, and she has 6 cats. When I walk into her house, well, all the 4 big cats, cause all the other ones are babies. They come up to me, they know me and everything, cause you know I'm real good with cats. I love cats. But my boss was telling me, because when she was out of town, I take care of her cats, right? Well, she knew I was going to San Antonio this past weekend, so she was like, you could call this lady that I used to always get all the time before I got with you, Jackie. You could call her, and she's a good cat caregiver. That's what she does. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Shoot. You know how many cousins stuff I have around here? How much family I got? I'd rather call a family member and tell them, just go there, make sure my babies have food, water, and litter. If it ever comes down to that. But if it ever comes down to that, I have to leave to a hotel for days. I'm not leaving my babies here. They're coming with me. There's no way I'm leaving them here. I can't. And my husband knows that. He gets so annoyed. He's like, you and your goddamn cats. I'm like, boy, don't mess with my cats. Don't start no problems. There won't be no problems. He looks at me like, you don't lost your goddamn mind. No, I haven't lost nothing. Hey, I have to go on a ride. You want to come with me? Who wants to come with me? Iris? You gonna put on that seatbelt? You ain't coming. You gonna put your seatbelt on today? Let me know now. Me. All right, Iris, put that seatbelt on. Once you get in this truck, I better hear that buckle. I gotta go pick up Anjuli. I'm gonna take that with me. Cause I'm already done cooking. Y'all wanna see what I cooked? Let me show you what I cooked real quick. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was covering that thing. I'm over there holding the phone. But I'm taking the tapas off so I could show you the display. Okay. That's beans. That all that water is gonna go down, okay? That's rice, and that's a steak with the vegetables and all that. And I know my husband's gonna want tortilla. All right, let me cut all this off and let me put the tapas back on there, and then we gotta go. So everybody get prepared. Put your shoes on. Don't put no jackets because it's hot as hell out here. Just put your shoes on and all that, and we're about to walk to the truck. Y'all all get in the line. Y'all go comfy because it's hot as hell out there. All right, who's coming? Connie, I hope you have tennies on, because the last time I brought you with me, you wore your chanclas and you didn't paint your toenails, and we ain't going out like that. The next time you better get those nails painted, because I ain't taking you out like that. All right, I was gonna tell you that the last time you weren't driving with me, but I said I'm gonna let you slide this time. But I hope you got some tennies on, because you got chanclas on. Those toes better be painted. Let's go. We're on a road trip. Because Connie, I'm not gonna let you go out like that. We gotta make sure we're cute. Okay? Bye, my little bug. Bye, my little bugs. I love tennis shoes. Okay. Hold on. Lock the door. Oh, hold on. Dang it, man. I gotta make sure I cut off that stove. I don't remember if I did. Is the stove off? Oh, thank God I came back in, guys. I left the freaking stove on. And what we're talking about, people putting on chanclas and shit and seatbelts. And look at me. About to burn my shit down. I can't with myself. Get in, little boy. Bye, baby. Hold on. I'm barefoot. Go there. You better walk right back to that house. Don't move me like that. I don't do that barefoot shit. Either looking cute or you ain't riding. Go sip on some chanclas. I don't even care what you put on. Yeah, put on those shoes. Because we ain't going out like that. Iris, that seatbelt better be on. Because we're out of here. Right there. Okay, see? All right. We're out of here. Buckle up, ladies. Y'all want the sunroof? All right. We're going to get a suntan. Y'all asking for it. We're going to look like goddamn Barbies in the truck in the suntan. Okay. All right, we're hitting the road, girls.